Alright, today I'm going to do some Sampo ace lines. I'm going to show you holes where you can use this Sampo. If you do bag a Sampo, or if you've been wanting to bag a Sampo, this video will just show you lines that you can use for it. Now this is not the glide Sampo. This is just the normal, this is an accurate roll Sampo. You can use, of course, an accurate windbreak, an accurate sticky, but the accurate glide is going to have different aim points. So the first one is SG2. You're going to slide left, top chevron, the middle of the basket, and then the sway, you're going to want it to be some sort of bottom left. So wait till it gets to a bottom left. Right about there. And we get that. So we'll try it one more time. Hopefully we get a one wind. Okay, so slide left, middle of the basket, bottom left. And we get it again. So we get it twice in a row. So that's for SG2. Alright, the next one is Blueberry Thicket 4. You're going to go forehand. And you're going to go, I try to line it up. The bottom chevron, the top right, like the bottom chevron little pointer, if you see that, the top of the basket, the marker, the basket on the marker, the top right of the bottom chevron is on the edge, and then I give it about a disc of Anheuser, so about there, and then, okay, a little off, so let's rethrow it. Let's go back here, half a disc Anheuser. Let's see if we get this one. Well, okay, so here you're just gonna have to pay attention to sway. So half a disc Anheuser. Okay, let's see if I can make one before we move on. But it's decently consistent. Oh, that's gonna be right. That was bad. Okay, let me try a couple more times. But as you see on the map, on the mini map, the line's very reliable. You don't really ever go too long. That's gonna be a little right. Well, this is a bad representation of it, but usually this is a very good line for it. Okay, well, so you're just gonna have to pay attention to the sway here. Okay, half a disc Anheuser. Okay, it's about there. Can we go one more time, and then we're gonna move on. No, it's still early. Well, that's the aim point. Not necessarily working for me there, but that is the aim point. So, yeah, that's for Blueberry Thicket 4. Alright, next one is Lakeside 7. Now this one, you do not have to go, let's restart there. You don't have to go a Sampo here, but if you have challenging winds, I would recommend the Sampo. Let's see if we can get a one wind. Okay. So for the ace line, it's gonna be, you're gonna slide right, and then you're gonna go down, just, well, maybe it's not slide right. Okay, slide right almost all the way, but where you can still see. So if you look at the top chevron, it's gonna be almost at the, like, right below the basket marker to the left. So you're gonna go, so it's a little above the log, I'm gonna go the taddest bit of anhyzer and wait for the downsway. Okay, so that wasn't the best attempt there. But let's see if maybe we can try again and get it. Okay, maybe we can try a straight pull. See, that was sort of almost out of bounds. So yeah, so straight pull's a little too much. So we're gonna still go that little bit of anhyzer and see if maybe we can get one. Okay, I aimed a little bit high there, but that's about where the ace line is. So if you don't know what to go there, and if it's like challenging winds, and maybe you're trying to run it for, I don't know, just something, then you can try a Sampo there. If you do miss, there's a pretty high chance going OB. So I would, because that wasn't bad for being a straight pull. Alright, let's see if we can get one before I actually move on. Alright, doesn't look like it. But you might have to practice it, but it's in that general area for the ace. Okay, your point might be a little different. We're gonna try there, Disco Heiser. Okay, there it is. So let's retry that. Not the best representation on that. Okay, so we're gonna go here, because that looked like where I just was. So about there, and about a Disco, a Heiser. Okay, so you're gonna have to watch the sway on most of these. Okay, go back to this line, Disco Heiser. See if it fades enough to get in. Okay, not quite high enough, but that's okay. Alright, we got SG, or not SG, we got Highlander's Ridge 2. Don't worry about my first throw, I accidentally went backhand. Alright, so the aim point's going to be bottom chevron, right at this little crevice between the rocks, and about a little less than half a disc of anhyzer, so it's about 1/3. So this is half, so it's about there. Let's see if that gets in. Or not quite, a little off, but let's retry there. Okay, these first two attempts are not going very good. That one looks decent. Get a good kick. Okay, off the cage. I'll try about maybe 2 more times. That one looks pretty decent. Let's see if that gets in. Nope. Okay, 1 more time. But yeah, so it's bottom chevron of that crevice and about 1/3 of a disc anhyzer. Oh, okay, we get it last try. So that's the line for Highlander's Ridge 2. Alright, and here's this is not necessarily a Sampo, but this is for if you bag a skip Sampo. So the aim point's going to be near this rock to the right, a little left, and then you're just going to give it a straight pull. And you should get a nice skip. This, of course. Okay, so dead skip, and that would have been right. But this is definitely going to depend on sway and if you get a dead skip or not. So let's see if that one gets in. Okay, so we get that one in. But that's the line, so it's, I'll show you it once more. So it's not, you don't slide or anything, but it's about at this rock. It's a little over. This is a bad wind for it, so in this wind I would just go normal Sampo. Down here, a little bit of Annie, and just throw that up. But let's see if I can get a 1 win again. Alright, a 2 wind. Let's see if we can still get it with a 2 wind. Alright, so it's here. wait for the sway. We're going to put a little bit of hyzer here. I think it's top left sway. So about, okay, that was definitely not enough hyzer. But see, the risk of not making it is going OB. So I would only use that if you're down a stroke, or maybe you are up a bunch and you just want to run it because maybe that would be your fourth ace or something like that. But that's for Coyote Canyon 1. Alright, same for Heroin Woods 1. This is not a Sampo, but it's a skip Sampo. Man, these winds are making the holes take forever. Alright, we'll do it in this wind. Alright, so you're not going to slide at all, but you're going to aim top chevron at the T. The top left of the top. The left of the top chevron is going to be on the T, and then you're just going to give it a straight pull. This is definitely going to depend on sway, and we're going to give it a little bit of ante because of this wind. Okay, yeah, so we're just going to restart. So the wind is definitely playing a factor there. So I would only take this line in 1 winds. See if we can get a 1 wind. Well, nope, that's not going to be one either. Alright, here's one. So, at the T, straight pull, watch for the sway. I don't really know if it's a straight pull because I haven't really tried it. Because I usually don't go for this unless I'm down a stroke, because there is a possibility going to be. So I don't know if it's a straight pull or maybe it's a little bit of ante. But okay, so here's a little bit of ante. Okay, that was very bad. So let's just try a straight pull. Let's see if a straight pull gets it. Alright, chains out a little bit. Let's see if maybe we can try again and get it. It's going to be a little right this time. Okay, and this is the possibility. This is not OB, but you'll see you'll have a tough putt. Usually it can be worse, and you can be like over here in this area, and it can be hard to putt. So let's see if maybe we can go under with the... Okay, that was the worst attempt I've ever tried as a putting. Okay, so that's for Heron Woods 1. Alright, next one's Lakeside 1. This once again is going to be a skip Sampo instead of a normal one. So this of course might not be a very good line, but if you want to go for it, I think it's an easier line to hit than a Sapphire, because man, this wind. Because all you have to rely on is just getting the skip. Just don't get a dead skip. Well, if I can get a 1 wind. Let's see. Okay, here's a 1 wind. So skip Sampo. You're going to go top chevron at the top of this tree. And you're going to put 3/4 power at the very bottom of the second chevron. So you're going to go there. And then the sway is going to be about just in the middle, but a little like higher. So it's going to be a little there. Okay, that was bad. Let's see if I can try this again and get a little closer. That's looking a little better of an attempt. Okay, there it is. So you're going to go top of the tree. I'm not going to make it in this one, but I'm just showing you it. So it's top of the tree, and then the aim point's in the middle right there. So at the very bottom, let's see if maybe I can put a little this and maybe get it in there. No, but I would use it maybe in 1 winds. Of course, you're going to have to rely on the skip, but there's a line for that. So, yep.